How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be making some delicious chocolate chip pecan spice muffins. Great for the holidays, great for the fall time, great to pack in your lunch boxes, and it's a pretty simple recipe, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, and I think this is going to add a lot of flavor to these muffins, is we're going to toast up some raw pecans. So you can buy some roasted pecans from the grocery store, but we like to buy our nuts raw and then roast them ourselves. So we're gonna do 3/4 cup and just spread it onto a pan. And then we have our oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're just gonna pop these in for anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. Let's get started on this muffin recipe. The first thing we're gonna do is we are going to melt down, we're not gonna melt it fully, we're gonna soften it for about 30 seconds in the microwave, just a 1/4 cup of butter. So the butter is not fully melted, but it's softened, slightly melted, and we're just gonna add the rest of our wet ingredients. 2 large eggs, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 15 to 20 drops of liquid stevia. Let's go 20. And then when it comes to the stevia, you can dial back depending on how sweet you want these. If you want them more bread-like, maybe for like breakfast, you can just completely omit the stevia even. We're just gonna give this a quick mix. Now let's add in the spices. So we're gonna add just a little salt, maybe 1/4 teaspoon. We have ground cinnamon, some allspice, and we're actually gonna do fresh ginger. That's gonna add a lot of flavor, a lot of that ginger spice. But if you don't have fresh at home, you can use ground ginger, or if you don't like ginger at all, you can totally omit that and up the seasonings for any of these, like the cinnamon or the allspice. We're gonna do a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of allspice, and then let's grate some fresh ginger. We're gonna do like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. We'll just see how far we get. I love anything fresh, herbs, spices. That's always gonna amplify any meal, especially if you're trying to impress people. And then let's add our baking powder. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of baking powder here. And let's give it another mix. And then our final ingredients, we have 1 cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of granular erythritol, and then this will make the batter. This is like a perfect base for just a fall time recipe or anytime recipe. And then you can add in whatever nuts you want. So we're gonna do pecan as you saw us roasting them. And we're also gonna do some chocolate chips, because who doesn't love chocolate chips? But you can honestly, you can do walnuts, you can do almonds, you can do really anything you want. You can do shredded coconut, that could be something super delicious. Let's fold in our chocolate chips. We'll do about a 1/4 cup. That looks good. Let's fold these in. I can still smell that ginger, so fresh. All right, so our nuts are completely, oh my God, they smell so good. I wish you can smell these, but you can see that they've definitely browned. And that's a good sign that they've come to perfect roasting taste. And we're just gonna chop these up roughly. You can keep them large, you can do small chunks, whatever you prefer. And so like if it were Thanksgiving, I would rather eat like 6 of these muffins than 1 piece of pecan pie, because this would make me feel less like probably bloated. It would just feel, I would feel better about eating a lot of these muffins. That looks perfect. Let's add these to our batter. And now we're just gonna fold these in. So here I have my silicone muffin sheet, and we just put it on a baking sheet, and I'm just gonna spray 6 of them with some coconut oil spray, you know, to prevent some sticking. And then you're just gonna evenly distribute this. You could probably get 8 smaller muffins out of this if you want, but we're just gonna go with 6 big ones. So at this point, depending on who you're trying to impress, you can like top them with some additional chocolate chips and some pecans, but we're not gonna do that because they're really full. We're gonna pop these in the oven at 350 for anywhere from 20 to like 23 minutes, but we're gonna check on them at 20 and then we'll be back. All right, guys, these were in the oven for 25 minutes in total, and they are looking perfect. You can see they puffed up a little, so you got a cute little muffin top, which I don't hate. You know, I'm gonna pull this guy out, show you what it looks like. Oh, just broke it. Oh, this feels really dense and moist. It's still steaming. Chocolate chips, pecans. Oh, it doesn't get better. So let's give this a try.
Ginger, coming through. By the way, I'm tasting this because it has a bunch of nuts in it. Mega's allergic. This is just fall in a muffin. The moisture, the consistency is awesome. It's not too moist, but it's like perfect. I'm not a huge fan of the chocolate chips in with like the fall flavor medley. I would leave the chocolate chips out, but overall this recipe is quite good. So this is phenomenal if you're missing out on all of like the pastry counter during the fall months. It's the best. You know, all the pumpkin stuff in there, all the nutmeg, cinnamon flavors. Oh, another thing we were thinking but we didn't do is you could try making some kind of cream cheese filling and like piping it in the middle there. That would be really good. Overall though, this recipe is real solid. Make it for the fall months. And if you want to get really wild, make it in the summer. Just when you have your friends over, serve them up some of these and they'll be like, it's not fall. But yeah, this is a good one, guys. Check out the recipe. It's linked below in the description of this video. All our recipes are on our food blog, ketoconnect.net. Thanks for watching.